So we are back in the game. YouTube missed it, but we had a drop, so we're just restarting here. This is game number 3 in a best of 7 2-pools show match, where each team has picked a pool of civs that they like, and then they've given a pool of civs to their opponents that they have to play with. Viper, who's been playing very well today, he's playing as the Celts. His name is Khmer. Sorry for the confusion ahead of time. And then his teammate, TaToH, is playing as the Saracens. And he is up against Hera on the other side of the wood line, who's Spanish. And then Liereyy for AM is playing as Slavs. I was just talking about this. As we look to the future games, you have to think about getting wins with ideal civ positions. And I feel like Spanish are just ideal here. You have the Spanish trade bonus if the game goes late, and it often does on this type of a map. You have Conquistadors, and it's a map where you can like freely get to Conquistadors, or maybe not so freely, but normally easier than a more open map like Arabia. And Aftermath are down 2 games to 0, so certainly for the sake of the series, this is where Liereyy and Hera have to do well. Now, Hideout can be very deceiving, and this is actually going to be in Hidden Cup 3 coming up, so pay attention to how the players might treat this map. Even in a team game, it can be similar sometimes. Yes, you have a large wood line between you. Yes, you have walls, but they're just palisade walls, and normally your stones and golds are going to be near the edge of the walls. So instead of going for fast castle, you could counter a fast castle by going forward and going for tower rush. You could go for a crazy amount of archers as Saracens. I know that TaToH would love to do that. You see here this bonus that TaToH was abusing before it was nerfed a little bit. Archers attack, have +1 attack versus buildings per age. So, feudal age archers, they'll melt palisade walls. This is what I expect. So it's Spanish versus Saracens in the south, and it is Celts versus Slavs in the north. I expect TaToH to go for a... actually, I don't know. It's either archers or monks for Saracens. I think those are the only things that make sense. And for Slavs and Celts, probably a boom. They have really good economies. One person will be chopping wood faster, it's Viper, and then the other will have faster farms, that's Liereyy. I don't expect a whole lot of aggression there. And then the boom player, the person who's prioritizing eco, will come and save the day or continue the push on the other side. That's what I think. T90, when will you release a new low elo Legends? That series is amazing. It's always so entertaining to watch. Well, welcome to... I saw an idle villager and I saw my moment. You didn't realize that this is low elo Legends? These guys are like, they're only top 10. It's really not that impressive. So to answer your question, I don't know. I don't know. It depends. We casted low elo Legends yesterday on stream. I don't know if I necessarily found one that's worthy of YouTube or not. Maybe that one Gold Rush game with Ferd Turgerson will get up there, but I don't really schedule those out. I just try and space them out by a week at a time. But thanks for stopping by, man. I'm glad you like the series. Oh yeah, the straggler trees from game 1. That's true. Yeah. The funny thing is, Viper's uptime wasn't even faster when he did that. It would be just like Viper to chop straggler trees in a show match, just so I would look bad. Okay, so this is an indicator that this is a fast castle. 2 farms in Dark Age. Viper using the fact that you can now hunt with your town center and eat it when you couldn't in the past. He's been making good use of that. In fact, I have a decent amount of say in what's coming in the next patch, and I asked Viper first about that, and he was like, no, don't remove that. I like that. So yeah, I need to have some discussions with some other people. He's the one person who uses it all the time. What is coming in the next patch? All civilizations are worse than Huns. All of Hidden Cup 3 will just be Hun Wars.
Kia.
It definitely simplifies the game a bit. But the game's also still very complicated. Some people were like, yes! Other people were like, no! And then new people were thinking, is he serious? Is that sarcasm? I thought this guy was official. Ooh, okay. Viper's countering the fast castle with man-at-arms and potentially towers. Okay, so he also snuck the barracks. Wait, he didn't sneak the barracks, he hid the barracks. And then TaToH. Oh, is he going archers? He's going archers. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see if this works. A secret could have some real success with this. Now, here's what's important on Hera's side. It's important he protects his stone and gold. So he needs to be in feudal age to build towers. I think he'll be okay. Like, I think he's going to get towers up in the ideal positions. But there's still only palisade walls here. Because by the time TaToH finishes the ranges and gets the archers out, Hera will be in feudal. What's important on Lierey's side is that, well, Viper's actually not towering. So, yeah, he just needs to wall behind then. That's really weird how Viper decided not to tower. Because if you tower behind this, your opponent's still in Dark Age and they can't build a counter tower. And they can't wall behind either. But then again, this is going to be a lot of palisade walls he needs. Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't realize TaToH was building a tower there. Okay, so let's think about this. Hera will need gold. He will not have gold. He also did not have loom. He's now in feudal. He will place his own tower. And instant loom. But as you can see, it takes so long to get the number of archers out you might need. The man-at-arms, I don't see them ever getting through here. I don't love the aggression from Secret. It's very unsecret-like to have both players go aggressive. Normally, it's TaToH is the annoying player, and then... yeah, TaToH is the annoyance, and then Viper booms. I'm really surprised that Viper tried to do this. Lierey's already on his way to Castle Age. Hera will need another defensive tower. And he will build another defensive tower, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Hera's pretty much fine. We'll see what the castle times end up being like, and we still have to see what Liereyy goes for in the next stage, but I don't think that Aftermath are going to be very upset about this.
Monday?
Yeah, if TaToH walled in the tower, it still would have been shot down anyways. I mean, if he tries to go for another tower, he only has 2 villagers building it, and Hera is Spanish, and Spanish build faster. I think TaToH should send his archers over to Liereyy. But by the time he gets over there, Liereyy will be in Castle Age. I don't know, maybe Liereyy will just boom though. Fast Slav farms, maybe he wants a TC, and maybe the archers could get in and do some damage. I think it would take far too long to get over there though. Okay, quick house wall there from Hera, who I'm surprised has not towered that gold yet. Don't tell me these archers are going to get in and do damage. How are the archers going to comfortably take the gold when Hera has had 300 stone to build a tower with for like the last 3 minutes? He definitely had the time before the archers moved over here to tower. That's really sloppy. He builds 30% faster. He had the stone. Maybe it was greed. Maybe he wanted to save the stone. But now TaToH, all of a sudden, he's sending archers inside this tower. He's repairing. Oh no, Hera. Hera. Who's still not on the way to Castle Age, by the way.
Monday?
How many people, by a show of ones in the chat, thought that once Hera built the first tower and had stone, he was completely fine? He should have. I think he should have been. He really should have been. Here's the boom now for Liereyy. Now, you also have to say, what has Viper's men-at-arms done? Not much. He will have a boom behind it, but I think he'll be delayed. Hera did stonewall behind, but he can't take gold. Wow. Well, what I said was, TaToH's going to be the annoying player. That's definitely what he's doing here. TaToH distracting the tower fire. Repairing and building towers non-stop. Hera also has villagers inside his towers. He has 6 villagers idle inside of towers and 4 villagers building a tower right now. So his eco is not near as good as it should be, on top of the fact he still doesn't have gold. Really surprised that TaToH didn't decide to just take out this gold with the tower. But he does have a scout here, and Hera might end up losing that villager if he doesn't pay attention. It's going to be very close, actually, because it's a weak scout. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, like there. I feel like Hera's a bit sloppy. If he would have fought immediately, it was a weak scout. Hera's now on the way to Castle Age. He just lost a Vill there. Hera is not had a good game. He has not had a good game. Well, 31 Vills for Viper and 39 for Liereyy. And Liereyy is adding some monks and mangonels. You know, Liereyy could, I'd say he's ahead of Viper right now. He's not way ahead. Like, TaToH seems to be doing an amazing job over here, but we'll see. Okay, I think we're going to see a trick. I think Viper wants to distract the town center fire. Actually, hold on. Okay, they'll just take out the market. You know what would be hilarious is if they take out the market and then Hera needs it to buy stone. With the gold he doesn't have. Hera is just existing. You ever feel like you're... This is way too deep, okay? This is a joke that's going way too far. But do you ever feel like you just live day to day and nothing ever happens? You never accomplish anything? It's just another day. Bible thumps in the chat. Sorry. sorry, chat. Too real. But that is Hera's existence in this game. Alright? So congratulations. Your life is like a pro player's life. You did it. Tell your mom. He's making a... So watch this! Watch this! He needs to sell stuff at the market to get gold to make siege. And he might not have the market. Now, I think TaToH needs to send help to Viper, though. Because Viper's getting pushed by mangonels and monks. But watch. Okay, he was able to sell a little bit. Alright, he does have a mangonel on the way. But he's marketless. Still TaToH repairing towers. I cannot stress to you just how important that was. But he did lose that Vill. Okay. Now, do they know there's a siege workshop? They don't. Now again, I still think Aftermath can win this game. Viper's in big trouble here. And here's the deal. Against Slavs, if you try your best to Mangonel War Slavs, their monks get redemption. And Lierey's researching redemption right now. It'll be finished in a moment. Lierey's microing the old men. They move. They're pretty nimble for old men. Okay, now redemption's in. So now that redemption is in, Viper could lose his mangonels to conversions. And he needs to fire and delete. What? That conversion actually came in! And the monk didn't even die. The monk didn't even die. That is the power of God. Okay, so the only thing you can do here is castle or tower defense. And oh boy, TaToH has gone over to Liereyy, who is building a town center. Now Liereyy will be distracted. Again, Viper needs to fire and delete. He does fire, but the monks just won't die. That sanctity upgrade, that extra HP on the monks is huge. Without that upgrade, I don't think there'd be a single monk here. Yes, guard tower is good. But that's 5 mangonels. Okay. What's TaToH's micro going to be like here? At this point, TaToH's already done his job. They need to keep Viper in the game. If they keep Viper in the game, they're okay. TaToH should be ahead of Hera. He snipes a villain, he's out of here. I think Liereyy could carry this. It's possible. It's very possible. Viper needs to get out to the stone, and he needs more towers. He needs a castle. He needs something. Alright, here's Hera, who at this point does have his resources back. And he's sending some help with a slow Mangonel. Okay, Viper, delete. Might as well delete the Siege Workshop. Oh, that was weird. Viper deleted the Siege Workshop. He's building a tower here. He's building a tower here. 2 well-placed guard towers. Wouldn't at all surprise me to see him start to buy stone. And TaToH is being a micro nerd on this side, and he might loop the whole way around to support. Okay, so it's 72 vills for Viper, 70 for Liereyy, but keep in mind Viper has a lot of idle time. So does Liereyy, so it's hard to say the difference between them right now. And wow, TaToH, sick. Disgusting micro there. Oh, well, I mean, he wasn't expected to get out alive against 2 Mangonels. I think TaToH wants to run in here to snipe the monks, but it's not so easy. Castle for Hera. Please be careful with that, though. There's archers in there. Viper's making stables. Viper's making stables for Lightcav. He knows how important it is to clean this up. And again, like, you can't one-shot monks if they have Sanctity. So, that's just desperation plays from Viper. Hey guys, if the score means anything to you, look at the score. Liereyy is beasting it for Aftermath right now. And Hera is alive and he's coming back. Uh-oh. 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 Why do I keep jinxing people? Do I really have to say Liereyy sucks and then something good will happen? It's like, come on. And he backs up. I am a bit worried for him, though, because with, I'd say, maybe 5 Lightcav, everything here dies. Assuming they don't get picked up. Whoa, this is so many Mangonels! I guess that's why he's adding spears, right? He knows he's vulnerable to Lightcav. Castle for TaToH on the front of his base. That's a perfect castle, right in the choke point. Which means Hera will probably not be able to push there. Hera is 17 villagers behind TaToH, so it's really all about Lierey's push. If Lierey's push gets mopped up, I think it's good night Aftermath. Let's look at TaToH. Well, again, I mean, seriously. I'm so sorry. Here come the scouts. Now the guard towers are shooting the monks. The guard towers are shooting some of the monks. Oh, the monks go down. The scouts are being microed. It's just scouts with no upgrades. This is the most pathetic little attempt, but it could do it. Okay, the spears are there to protect. Liereyy is here to attack, and he's repairing. Really? No Lightcav Viper? Oh, he's added knights now. That's actually good thinking if there's no monks in the picture. Yeah, those conks just can't push. Okay, this is what I expect now. Lierey's going to imp. Liereyy... Oh, the attack round on the knights! Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, yes, Lierey's ahead of Viper, but TaToH is way ahead of Hera, and TaToH will likely be in a position to either mop up Hera or help Viper. So, Liereyy, it sounds funny, because in reality he needs to push, but in pushing he needs to hold, right? So what I mean by that is if he pushes well enough, he distracts 2 players and gives Hera an opportunity to come back. And wow, he actually wants a forward castle. Viper saw the villagers and takes 1 or 2 out, but loses the scouts. Okay, what we will see... Oh, never mind. I was going to say something, but I would have been wrong, so... Not going to see it. We'll see Liereyy fail at converting the Siege Workshop. But that castle would be so sick on the front. Viper's not up yet. It would be so sick. Viper's going to push this back with Castle Age Pikemen? I don't know. I can't help but feel like Viper needed more scouts, and they needed to be upgraded to Lightcav at that one push. Because now these could be Onager. Is TaToH on the way with anything? Okay, he has some units. Wow. Forward castle from Liereyy. Now, I'm not trying to jinx anybody when I say this, alright? I think if I clarify ahead of time, it doesn't jinx. But, man, is Liereyy playing good. Seriously. He's playing really good. He had crossbows from TaToH in his base that should have never been there. He has been pushing the best player in the world with Monk's Siege. He has a forward castle now. He has the most population in the game. The team populations are close. But again, Hera is just now going to click up to the Imperial Age. And I'm not sure what he'll offer there yet. Alright. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay. Hera's sending conquistadors in. Okay. Well, see, I didn't say any good things about Hera, and bad things still happened, so that's not on me. Another castle. So, tell me Viper's MTC isn't here. Well, good thing that he chose this town center to upgrade to Impin, because otherwise it'd be really dangerous. Yeah, TaToH has Arb now. So TaToH will aim to take care of pikemen. And aim to take care of monks. Viper will go for... I mean, ideally it's full Woad Rider and Siege for Celts, but Viper's probably going to have to start off with just Trebs. And maybe some pikes, but... it's just as a buffer. It's not like it directly counters anything that's being made right now. Ooh, this is interesting. TaToH's sending the Arbs this way to stop that Stonewall from Liereyy. Liereyy, he doesn't want to have to deal with any pressure from TaToH. And Viper has barracks? Making pikemen in the corner? What's fascinating about that is they know how important position is going to be for trade, so they're taking that corner away from the enemy team. And Hera still, I mean, it was so bad for him in Feudal Age. It just seems dead right now. Oh, man. If at any moment Liereyy loses his Onagers and Trebs on the front, I think it's game over. TaToH microing, TaToH being the incredible supporting player that he is. Like, the push against Hera in this game allowed them to be in this position. Yeah, and someone in the chat just said Hera will die faster than Viper. It seems like it, yep. It very much seems like it. But it's also not so much that. I think TaToH just needs to get a few bombard cannons in here, maybe? Hard to say. But look at the buildings from Viper. Liereyy is so distracted. He's so distracted by these Arbs, he has these Onagers everywhere. But Viper's there to help, and TaToH's just avoiding the Onagers every time. I wish that KD actually worked on DE right now, because I'd love to see TaToH's KD. That castle for Hera is a goner. Oh boy, Viper's making a small ram push. And he's also beginning to treb down this castle from Liereyy. See how split up Liereyy is? He's doing everything on his own right now. And this is what happens when your teammate falls behind. Very unique, Max-like play. Like, this was Hidden Cup 3 2v2 edition. That would make sense. But if this was a Hidden Cup, I would say that this was the Max because of how weirdly placed these buildings are. But it makes sense because it's in corners and it's blocking off the trade. Again, TaToH, he sees the Onager. He knows about it, but he micros it. And he's out of here again. This, like, you gotta give credit to Viper for holding on. But this came down to the early game between Hera and TaToH. And TaToH just destroyed him. And there's no chance now. You just don't come back from this. I feel like if this was game number 1, the GG would have already been called. But when you're down 2 games, you don't want to call it right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, TaToH's... He doesn't expect Onager over here? Oh, no, he does. He does. Beautiful. The game's over. What a beast. What a beast, man. Let's think about this. TaToH went forward. Viper went forward. In my opinion, and I think it was clear, Viper's forward didn't make a whole lot of sense. But he boomed behind. He held. On the right side, TaToH went forward. Hera was Spanish. Hera had stone. He did not tower his gold when he had the opportunity.
Nom.
Yeah, TaToH was really stubborn with his towers, sending the archers inside, distracting Hera. But there was a moment where Hera could have just locked down his gold, purchased a bit of food, gone Castle Age like 3 minutes earlier, and made conquistadors. And he left it open. I don't know. It just was not very good, and was expecting more there. TaToH and Viper did expect exactly what you would expect them to do. They played the level that you've come to expect from them. And now the score is 3-0 for TaToH and Viper.